Well, we've had a pretty muted week so far with a little rally this morning on Friday after a fallback yesterday. But taking in consideration the entire month of August, since this is the last day of August, it's been pretty flat. There's been very little movement at all for the entire month of August, which is neither good nor bad at this point. It appears that the market has tried to reach the old top it made in April and has fallen back a little bit from that. Um, doesn't surprise me, shouldn't surprise you. We're due for a correction, and the correction probably won't be anything as significant, uh, but we are due for that correction, 5, 10%, somewhere in there, maybe a little bit more, but for some reason I don't think so. And it's likely going to happen in September. I thought it could start in August, and it could still be the start because August showed a topping situation, but we haven't seen any pullback yet. That pullback is not to be afraid of. We are not going to be afraid of that pullback. We are going to be a buyer of that pullback because we are going to end this election cycle. We're going to have the fiscal cliff behind us soon. Europe seems to be trying to get its act together. If we see any kind of growth coming out of Asia, market's going to take off. Right now, Asia is still, trying to loosen its money, trying to spark growth. Same as Brazil. Brazil lowered the interest rate again this week by 0.5 percentage points, the lowest interest rate in history for Brazil. So all these countries around the world are trying to spark growth. And really, the reason why they need to do that is because of Europe. Europe is China's second largest trading partner. So it's causing them problems. And you have to remember, again, Asia and South America, they were all fighting inflation a year ago, and then they changed, they switched once inflation was conquered, and now they're trying to spark growth again. And I don't think we should bet against that. And that's why I think this is only going to be a correction. There's nothing here in the United States that points to a recession in the future yet. Yes, slow growth. Yes, problems, but not a recession. And Bernanke is willing and wanting to do something about any possibility of that. And we already have a loose money situation. I don't know. It's hard for me to believe that we are going to go into recession or that the stock market's going to collapse. Not now. Not yet. Anyway, the statistics out this week, U.S. home prices were up. The Case-Shiller 20-city report came in with prices up about 2.3%. And of course, that's an old report in June. May was the one before that, but this is all we have. Consumer confidence at a 9-month low. That's kind of concern. Why was it confidence low? But this morning when you had the sentiment numbers, that was at 74.3. That was better than it was. That's for August and better than it was in July. So I don't know if that's going to mean much. Retail sales are coming in a little bit better. We don't have the retail sales report, but we've heard from a number of retailers who are saying they're having a pretty decent back to school season, so that's good. So jobless claims were 374,000. That's been steady for several weeks now. Income was up 0.3%. Spending was up 0.4%, according to those reports. It just is a slow slog of a growth in economy is what we're dealing with. It would help if Europe would get its act together. We're not a big major trading partner with Europe, but it would help. It would help. So I think we just want to stay in our more defensive positions for the time being until we see that correction. I think that's the wise thing to do.
The Invest Talk Update is a monthly briefing that gives you a snapshot of the past month's market, along with other useful perspective and information. You'll see important articles like Protecting Your Investments Against Scam Artists, excerpts from Steve's book, links to the month's Invest Talk talking points, plus news of upcoming Invest Talk events in your area. And it comes free each month to your email box. To get your subscription, just go to investtalk.com and click on the icon at the top of the page.